It's been a fascinating week in tech. We have a new WhatsApp killer. There have been quite a few in the last few years. There was Telegram, there was Signal, there was WeChat. Some of them still exist, others have already perished. Now we have Arattai by Zoho, which is being downloaded by hundreds and thousands of users in India. We're going to talk about that in today's episode. Ask people if they're actually going to switch from WhatsApp or not. But before that, as you can notice, I'm here in New York where Amazon has introduced a bunch of new Alexa devices, which I'm going to take you through as well. So all of that and much more in today's episode. I am Anas Tiwari. You're watching The Digit Show only on Times Now. So I'm in New York where Amazon just hosted its devices event and announced a bunch of upgrades to all its Echo devices across categories. You of course have the new Ring, which is very US and other market specific. It's not that big a category in India yet, but what we have this time are the new Echo Dot speakers. These smart speakers which for the very first time have AI integration. What I have with me is the Amazon Echo Dot Max, which we have seen in the past in a similar form factor from Amazon, but this new device feels much more premium, much better with this 3D knitted finish with transparent acoustic for clear and better audio. The rest of the design language still more or less the same, where you have these controls on the top with the volume buttons, the mic turn on, turn off button. This obviously still needs a power cable to run, but the big upgrade this year is the integration of Alexa Plus or the AI features which make this device smarter than before. And of course, AI is something which is becoming more and more integral to all our devices. And to up its game, what Amazon has done is it has also launched this bigger Echo Studio device, which is going to be far better and louder than the Echo Dot Max. So if you're looking for a speaker which is not only smart but also extremely powerful for all those parties that you throw, this is probably going to be the device to buy this year. And all of these speakers are going to be available in some really interesting colors, including this purple color, which looks very different. But this is not it. The upgrades have also followed or extended to Amazon Echo Show devices. I have with me the Echo Show 8 and the Echo Show 11. Now these two are the smart displays which Amazon has launched today. Both of them come in different sizes. This one is an 8-inch device while this is an 11-inch device. Apart from the size, the screen size, the rest of features and experiences across both these devices are going to remain similar. So what you have is a smart display attached to a smart subwoofer for audio, and this display also gets AI integration, which means it can now track your sleep cycle, it can suggest you activities, it can track your daily calendar, and it can also give you a lot more smart experiences for you and your family as well. Also, this device acts as a smart hub for all the integrated experiences that Amazon bring for you. But you know what? These devices look good, but what excited me the most is the new Kindle. So this is what I'm talking about. Amazon is calling it the Kindle Scribe, and there are a bunch of improvements on this. First of all, this is now more of a productivity device than just being an e-reader. So this feels like a mix of e-reader, iPad and a writing tablet. A part of that reason is you're getting a new custom chip on this device, which makes it much faster than before. In fact, 40% faster than the previous generation Kindle. It also brings down the latency to just under 12 milliseconds. So if you're using the pencil to sketch on this, take notes, it feels almost like you're writing on an actual piece of paper. Amazon has also used a display coating which gives you that friction-like experience, again to give you a paper-like writing experience on Kindle. And what it is trying to do is convert Kindle into an actual productivity device, and that's where all the new generative AI features also come into play. So while you're reading an ebook, you can just simply go and search, take insights out of it, go to a specific ebook that you were reading earlier. But this is not it. What Amazon has also launched this year is this. This is the Kindle Scribe Color Soft. So now you can add colors to all your notes, anything that you take down in this very own form factor. So both these devices are available in 11-inch, and just look how thin this is. Only 5.4 mm, which is as thin as the new iPhone Air. Experiences across both these devices are still the same. And to talk about these devices, I have with me Eric from Amazon. Eric, first of all, I want to touch upon Alexa, right? So Alexa was the pioneer of voice assistants. It has come a long way since then, but in the last couple of years, you've seen a lot of competition with AI coming up. So there are so many new options and alternatives in the market. So how do you see Alexa evolve from there?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for having me and coming to the event here today. Super exciting day for Amazon. So listen, we think Alexa sort of stands on its own, really. Yes, we were the first assistant, certainly the first assistant that had impact for customers in their homes.
Alexa, how old are you?
I just turned 10. Here's to a decade together.
And when I take a look at what we've developed, and we have more than 600 million Alexa-enabled devices out there in the globe, helping customers, really having an impact on their lives. I think it's great. We stay focused on customers. We stay focused on inventing for customers. Alexa and Alexa Plus is a big part of that. And so I'm really pleased, and I certainly very excited because the feedback we get from our Indian customers about these experiences is just amazing. So.
Now with, of course, Alexa Plus being extended to a lot more devices like the Echo Dot, Echo Show. Now, how do you see some of these devices becoming the center hub for innovation for users as to how they use and experience their devices?
It's a great question. Listen, I think Alexa Plus can, in fact, it's the AI at the center of all these experiences. We're really looking to make AI that is truly useful for customers, AI that can have an impact on their lives, AI that's sort of there when you need it, but never in the way. That's our objective, that's our goal. And we think a big part of that is having this sort of thread across all of our devices, whether it be smart speakers or smart displays or Kindles or certainly Fire TV. Alexa is there to kind of make everybody's lives a little bit easier, a little bit safer, a little bit more fun.
Now, it's interesting that you brought up Kindle because that's something that had my attention during today's keynote, because what you're trying to do with Kindle is kind of interesting now that along with being an e-reader, it's sort of now filling in a gap with the iPad. There's a bit of remarkable tablet element to it. So, just more about that.
Yeah, no, certainly. Our original vision for Kindle was that customers could get lost in the author's word. And now with Kindle Scribe and Kindle Scribe Colorsoft, the idea is customers can get lost in their thoughts. That the device sort of fades away and they just, are either reading or writing or journaling or putting things in a notebook or even sketching. You saw some of the beautiful sketches that are possible on the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft. And so that's our vision, that's our goal, is that, the device sort of just fades away. We've often said that our goal is a very tough one. It's like we are trying to improve upon the physical book, and in some cases, a physical sheet of paper for, or a notebook. And I think we've done a pretty good job in some sense. I think the customers are going to be really excited to get their hands on these new Kindle devices.
But should we also see it as like the first step towards making Kindle more than a reading device with so much of AI into content creation these days?
Well, I think we certainly see an opportunity to make, with Kindle Scribe, is to make customers' lives more productive. We have this feature that we talked about today earlier that allows you to not only take notes in many different notebooks, but then to search across those notes. And so imagine, like if you're like me, I have ideas that are in many different places, and to use just natural language, in text to say, hey, tell me about this particular topic, and to aggregate all that together is really powerful. And so I think customers are going to love it. The other feature that we announced today is using AI in Kindle, which is the idea of remind me where I left off.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll read multiple different books at once.
Yeah.
And the idea that you can, and especially when I'm on holiday and I put the book down for a few weeks, then I come back and I'm like, wait a minute, who is that character? Where is it? And this idea that it's sort of like just giving me hints of where I left off, I think is going to be great for customers.
Yeah, absolutely. But another question that I have in mind is that for a market like India, where people prefer to do so much just on their smartphones, and now there are so many capabilities, so many options possible on smartphones, how do you plan to keep a device like Kindle more and more relevant and accessible?
Well, so I think it's great. If you think about it, what you said is right, is that everybody is on their mobile all the time. But if you think about that experience on the mobile, it's like you're getting texts, you're getting emails, you're watching, you're on your social media, you're watching videos. All of that is, frankly, kind of a distraction. And for me, you jump from one to the other, to the next, to the next. It's not a great environment for reading, and it's certainly not a great environment to take your thoughts down. And this is where Kindle excels. Kindle is a device that's purpose-built for reading or for note-taking or for, basically adding things in a journal or sketching. And it's the fact that you're able to sort of just find yourself lost in that moment is what Kindle is all about. And I think that customers will definitely find a need for not just their mobile, but this other device that is a little bit of an escape from all of that chaos.
With Echo Studio, of course, now you've taken another direction where you're saying that a speaker just need not be smart, but also loud. So like, is it something that we should see as a approach change, or in future should we expect more similar devices that are like louder, bigger in size?
Well, listen, it's not just louder, it's just the brilliance of the sound and the smarter. I mean, these devices that we announced today, the Echo Dot Max, does sound, and we just re-architected the audio from the ground up. It now has a tweeter, it's got a dedicated woofer, which is great. It's 3 times as much bass as the previous Echo Dot. I think customers are gonna love it. It sounds, if you haven't had a chance, please go listen to it. It sounds amazing. But it's also smarter. And that's basically at the core of it is our new custom silicon AZ3 processor in the Echo Dot Max and AZ3 Pro, which is in the Echo Studio. And here's what's great about the Echo Studio. We also re-architected the Echo Studio. One of the things we realized, while the old studio just absolutely sounds amazing, the truth is it took up a lot of room in customers' homes. We went back and said, we can do better. This new Echo Studio has this 40% smaller footprint, and it just sounds amazing. So again, that new design makes it sound, in my mind, comparable to the previous studio, maybe even better. And certainly the fact that you can put multiple studios in your home means that I think it's a great opportunity for customers to upgrade their home theater.
Definitely looking forward to checking out some of these experiences. Which brings me to my last question. When do we expect some of these devices in India?
Listen, everything that we announced today, we look to get everywhere across the globe, including to our customers in India. They tell me all the time, I get messages from customers, when are we getting these devices? And trust me, I take that to heart. So we're working hard. No news today on the exact dates, but I promise we're going to get them there as soon as we can.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Arattai.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you and all the best. All right, so this is it from New York. Now let's go back to Delhi, where Abhishek is actually on the street asking people if they will switch from WhatsApp to any other messaging platform or not. Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Abhishek, and I don't know how many of you heard about this new app called Arattai, but currently this is #1 app on Google Play Store and Apple App Store. It's an India-made app that is being called as proper Desi alternative to WhatsApp. But are people willing to uninstall WhatsApp for this particular app? That is what we are exploring today on the streets of Noida to find out if people are willing to uninstall WhatsApp to use Arattai or not. But before that, let me briefly explain you about the app. Arattai means casual chat in Tamil, and the UI of this app feels very familiar to that of WhatsApp. There are sections for stories, chat, broadcast channels and more. But there are some extra features, like there is a dedicated section where you can record and host online meetings just like you do on Google Meet or Teams without any need to install any of these apps. There is also a feature called Pocket in this app wherein you can store all the messages, files without needing you to send those files or messages to yourself. And the app also works on Android TV. I do not know if that is of any use or not, but there is the feature. And on top of that, you get support for 16 Indian languages. But this app is not perfect. There are some gaps, like the end-to-end encryption feature only works on calls and not on chats, which by the way is one of the strongest features that is available on WhatsApp. And of course, WhatsApp has been around for years. with much bigger audience, better business tools and integration that Arattai app is still catching on to. Switching to Arattai might be a problem because to chat you need to have the other person on the same platform as well. I have been using the Arattai app for over a week now, and right now there are only very few of my creator friends and journalists who are on this app. For context, I have around 1000 contacts on WhatsApp, and on Arattai there are just 23 contacts. But that is what I think. Let's see how people think about this app and if they know anything about this app or not. Let's go. So we are out on the streets of Noida to see what people are thinking about the new Arattai app. What's your name?
Arafat.
Arafat. So do you know about this new app Arattai that has launched recently?
Yeah, I have heard about that.
WhatsApp पे usually you get end-to-end encryption on chats. That is missing on Arattai app. What is your take on that?
क्योंकि प्राइवेसी इशू आ जाता
Privacy issue, yeah.
Okay, so I haven't used it yet, but I don't think that it will be able to beat WhatsApp.
And why so?
Because WhatsApp has already dominated all the users, everyone is using WhatsApp. So it will be difficult to switch to another app.
Okay, also there are some concerns with the privacy policy of Arattai app because it does not have chat end-to-end encryption. So what's your take on that?
So end-to-end encryption is very important for users. So yeah.
How excited are you, and do you think India needs an alternative app to WhatsApp or not?
But why? What's the USP of that?
There are a couple of extra features that it gets, you get separate section where you can create and host meeting, and you can record also, just like Google Meet.
For that, Google Meet is fine. I don't think I need another app for it. And I don't even have that much amount of space in my iPhone that I will install another app.
Actually, I don't have installed it yet, but I have listened a great feedback from it.
Are you willing to uninstall WhatsApp to use Arattai or not?
That I will have to see in future because first I have to use it. I have to see first what feature is providing. If it is better, obviously I will go for it.
Are you concerned about privacy issues with your app or not, with your phone in general?
Obviously, all of us are concerned with this right now. So if it doesn't providing end-to-end encryption from chats, they should improve it like WhatsApp have did it. So we can compete with them at an international level. So that's my point.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard that Arattai is a better alternative for WhatsApp. So I guess it's going to be a great app. So I'm gonna definitely try it.
So have you ever used it till now?
No, I haven't used it, but I have seen this ad on Instagram and Modi is promoting them.
Okay, so
it will be good.
One big issue that people are facing with the Arattai app is that they do not get end-to-end encryption on chat, whereas you get that on WhatsApp. So what do you think about that?
Definitely, app is gonna need some optimization. It's gonna optimize, and better features are gonna roll out on future updates. So I'm hoping that it will be in the future updates.
What do you think about it?
I think it's great for us. We got alternative for the WhatsApp as well. So I'm looking forward to use it, and it will be update in near future with the a future update. So it will be great for us.
But why do you think India needs an alternative to WhatsApp?
Actually, I think our a personal data it's more important to us actually. So I think so. If our data is based in our country, then it will be very beneficial for us. And if we promote our a local app, then it will be very good for our country as well.
Back home where India is getting ready for the festive season, and I'm sure a lot of you would be looking to buy a smart TV right now. The Sony Bravia 5 is here to transform your living room experience. So over to Siddharth for a closer look at the Digit Test Labs.
Thanks Manas. So today I've got with me the Sony Bravia 5, a TV that sits right in the sweet spot of Sony's 2025 lineup. This 55-inch mini LED TV brings a sharper, brighter panel with Sony's XR processing and Google TV Smarts, all wrapped in a familiar and minimalist Sony design. The Bravia 5 carries Sony's one slate look. It's clean, minimal and classy. The aluminum chassis with diamond cut edges feels very premium to the touch, and despite being slim, it feels solid. Even the cable management is neat, and since Sony bundles both a wall mount and a tabletop stand with free installation, setup is a breeze. Now this is a 4K mini LED panel with Sony's XR backlight master drive. Thousands of dimming zones working together for pinpoint contrast and seriously consistent brightness. In our Calman test, it peaked at 913 nits on a 25% window with deep blacks and a native contrast ratio of around 3000. Now, that's a strong dynamic range with great shadow detail and almost no blooming around subtitles and logos. Sony's Triluminous Pro engine keeps colors rich yet natural, where skin tones look alive, not boosted, and you'll notice this especially in HDR content. Watching high contrast sequences or those tricky low light shots, the Bravia 5 nails that cinematic balance where bright and dark areas coexist without crushing blacks. Now, switching to the SDR mode, it keeps its accuracy first DNA intact. In professional mode, it hit an average delta E of 1.8, which is basically reference grade. Whites look clean, skin tones stay warm but real, and even in bright rooms, contrast feels right. Upscaling is another big strength of the Bravia 5. Older HD or broadcast content looks detailed without heavy noise or artificial sharpness. It supports Dolby Vision, HDR10, HLG and IMAX Enhanced and Sony's calibrated modes like Netflix Adaptive and Prime Video Calibrated mode, which automatically adjusts tone mapping to your ambient light. Highlights stay punchy without clipping while darker regions retain texture. It's the kind of HDR performance where you can pause almost any frame and feel like you're looking at a still from a color graded master file. Now, Sony still does audio better than most. The Bravia 5 uses a 2.1 channel 50-watt setup with dedicated positioning tweeters and a subwoofer. Dialogue separation is clean even in crowded scenes. With Dolby Atmos and DTS-X, you get genuinely cinematic depth and sound that feels like it's coming from the screen and not from below it. It runs Google TV, which is smooth, snappy and intuitive. It's one of the cleanest smart TV interfaces out there, and you just turn it on and it feels ready to go. Google Kids Mode, Chromecast, AirPlay 2, Alexa and Assistant are all here. The Eco Dashboard helps you track energy use, and even the remote is built from recycled plastic. So after all the testing, we can say that the Bravia 5 is a true all-rounder that blurs the line between mid-range and flagship. It delivers precision color, solid brightness control and Sony's class-leading processing in a design that looks at home in any living room. Its ability to retain shadow detail, suppress blooming, and manage bright reflections is seriously impressive. Motion handling is butter smooth, and color accuracy is among the best in this price segment. At around 1,33,000 for the 55-inch model, the Sony Bravia 5 hits that sweet spot for anyone who wants a cinematic quality without going all in on OLED. It's bright enough for Indian homes, tuned for purists, and a reminder that Sony still knows how to make a TV feel alive. So that's been my review of the Bravia 5. Thank you for watching.
Wow, that was some episode starting from New York, ending right here in New Delhi. I hope you also had a lot of fun. So I'll be back with another episode of The Digit Show next week. Meanwhile, you can still stay connected with us on digit.in, our YouTube channels and social media handles. See you.